Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Peter Bewa. This is Peter Bewa TV. This is a page that creates inspiring stories, bring opportunities to my people back home in Africa, try to share our perspectives, whether it is admission, whether, inspiring stories people have passed through the journey so that they can able to also share their story here to inspire thousands of people in Africa. I am not a traveling agent. I am not immigration consultant, and I'm not educational consultant. What I do is that I create empowerment sections, I create liberation section, mind shift sections to help other people to develop using my story as a tool to empower thousands of people in Africa. Today, we'll be talking much about Germany. I hope some people have been asking us, Peter, why not Europe? Why not Germany? Why not other countries? Every day, US and Canada. Today, I am bringing one powerful person here that is going to share his experience. He has been in Germany for some years, and then we'll be having opportunity to ask questions about it as well. So, without wasting my time, the name is Freeman. Hello, my brother. Welcome to my page.
Hello, thank you very much for the invitation. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Yeah.
Yes,
So, this page is there to inspire thousands of people in Africa. Why is
yes,
it that you sent me a message that you want to be part of this journey? You want to come to this platform to share your
yes,
story and
yes,
empower
yes,
young ones.
yes. I've been following the work you do on social media. I've watched some of your videos, and I thought that our paths actually cross in a way because what you are doing is something I'm also doing. Um, I was privileged to receive a scholarship to come to Germany in 2020, and I've been in Germany ever since. So, in an effort to give back to society where we don't have the money, what we can also give back is the information that there is, the opportunities that exist, so that our younger ones back home, those who are still at home and wanting to have such opportunities as well, to be able to take up the opportunities. So basically, I connected with you so that I can also share my perspective on opportunities and the study abroad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for coming. If you're watching me right now, I just want you to share this live video as many as you can, and then we delve deeper into it. Let me know where you're watching me from, and then I'll know why. I'll also see how you go. My brother, I know some people have been coming to US, coming to Canada.
Yeah.
Why Germany? Why did you tell yourself that you want to study in Germany? And what was some of the things that somebody is watching you, the person
Mhm.
is also interested of coming to study in Germany? I've heard that most of the Germany schools, they don't pay, you don't pay school fees, or their school fees is very low. That's what I've
Mm.
heard.
Yeah.
But why is it that why not Germany? Why not US? Why not Canada? But Germany.
Yes. This is a big question, and it's a question I've been hearing a lot. So when I started, I was also one of those people who either have to go to Canada, US, or UK because of the English language and its connection to Ghana. So I also applied to go to US, Canada, and all those places. For my first application year, that was in 2019, I was unlucky. I didn't get even one of them. But the following year, I applied again, and I got Commonwealth Shared Scholarship in the UK. And then I also got Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, where I had to start my studies in Germany. So one of the things that pulled me to Germany was because the program for the Erasmus in Germany was 2 years, and the one in UK was 1 year. And also, the scholarship was also in Europe. And at that time, UK had left the European Union. So if you were in UK, you could only travel within UK, but to other countries, you need a visa and all that. So some of these things, I mean, I really didn't have a lot of information about Germany. But after I got the scholarship, I went and read about it, and I felt like, why not try something new? I mean, everybody is doing the same thing. why not try something new and see what it is? And I have never regretted my decision. If I had to
Wow.
choose it again, I will do it again.
You choose Germany any day,
Again,
anytime.
again. I mean, I'm
Now,
not comparing to US, Canada, and of course I'm not. But personally, I would still choose, yeah, Germany.
oh, okay. So let me bring some of the things, then we start delving into it,
Yeah,
and then you start your presentation as well.
sure.
If sometimes I will make only you'll be talking. So if
Mhm.
you don't see
No
me, don't
problem.
say where is he. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, so let's start. If you're watching me, I just want you to share this live video. I've been telling people that right now all my presentations or all my programs will be practicals. We will not come
Mhm.
and say go and do this, go and do that. We will show you the practicalities
Yeah,
about the whole process.
yeah.
So, my brother, the floor is yours. You can start to present. Yeah.
Okay, so just a little introduction, 30 seconds about myself. I'm Freeman. I schooled in UDS and I finished in 2018. And then I became a TA. And then in 2020, I got the Erasmus Mundus scholarship to study for a master's in agriculture and food economics in Germany. I did my first year in Germany. I went to Belgium and I'm back to Germany. I came back to Germany and I've been in Germany ever since. I'm now a PhD student, even though after my master's, I worked in the university as somewhat like an assistant professor for some time. And then now I'm doing my PhD as well. So, in a way to give back to my colleagues back home, I decided to start this YouTube thing of educating people about studying in Germany and the opportunities that there exist. There are a lot of opportunities and a lot of misconceptions that people have about Germany, which I want to really clear. And maybe during the question and answers, we can talk about it. But yes, this is one of the reasons why I'm here to talk about this. So we can start already. So Germany is a top destination for education. I mean, globally, German universities are recognized everywhere. They have some of the best universities, and their education mostly is bent on practicals. So they like doing a lot of practical things, and they have very high quality education. Their certificates are also really known everywhere in the world. I mean, if you have a German certificate, you can fit almost everywhere. And now they have a lot of policies that are welcoming international people. I mean, they need a lot of international people to come in and study in their system. One of the things about Germany is that they don't speak English. So if maybe it's one of the big things that people feel like, okay, it's not in English, so would I be able to study? But there's good news now because most of the universities have now been internationalized. So they have now introduced so many courses that are entirely in English because they want to attract the international world. So for me, when I came, I studied completely in English. And maybe during the presentation, I'll show you on the DAD website that even now there are more English programs in Germany than even German programs. So they want to attract people. So that thing of you must speak the German language before you study in Germany is a myth. There are many programs that you can study from engineering to IT to agriculture to everything.
So what you're saying is that you don't need to at first. Some people need to study the Dutch or the
Mhm.
language of Germany before they study Germany. Right now, anyone in Africa, in as much
Yes.
as you speak English, you can study in Germany. Is that what you're saying?
You can study in Germany, and I'll show you that. I'll give you evidence of that because there are even more courses in English language than in German language. So this is something that you need to get out of your mind that you must speak German first. No, English language is highly accepted, and there are so many of them, so many courses that you can study in English language. One of the things is that students are really prioritized here. So if you're a student here, you have affordable housing, you have subsidized public transportation, you have so many discounts as a student, and the monthly cost of living here as a student is quite lower than a normal person. So for students, a lot of things are subsidized for you and all that. So this is something that you need to look at for in Germany. One big thing, and that's the thing you mentioned in the beginning, is that in Germany there is no tuition fee. So there is no tuition fee for bachelor's, masters, and PhD. You don't pay tuition fee, and this is straight. You don't. There is no tuition fee whether you are a domestic student or you are an international student. You don't pay any tuition fee. The only thing that we pay is what we call semester fee, and that one is, it depends on your university, but you don't pay up to 200 euros for in 6 months. So like in 1 year, you pay like only 400 euros, which is mostly towards your transportation. So they give you a student card which you can use for transportation. Apart from that, you don't need to. There is no tuition fee. It's and all that. And then, like I said,
No,
the courses are.
wait, hold on. You said
Mhm.
if you want to study in Germany right now, the tuition
Yes.
fee is low. Is that what you're saying? So
Actually,
no,
there is no tuition fee. You don't pay tuition fee.
you will not pay tuition fee actually
Yes.
if you want to study in Germany.
You don't pay tuition fee.
Do you have any reason why they are not taking school fees? Because we have
Uh,
high, in
yeah.
Canada, people pay $20,000, $30,000
Yes.
before they will study. But
Yes.
if you're telling me that Germany is a, because this is not the first time I've seen, even yesterday, I got a link that most of the schools are free where I have
Mm.
visited it. So why is it that the Germany, they don't really, some people don't really need to pay school fees there?
Not some people, actually everyone. I think the reason why they did it that way is most of the fees and everything is absorbed by the government. Firstly, I have to mention that Germany has the highest economy in Europe. So their economy is very
I,
good. They are the richest, one of the richest in Europe, and their economy is the highest. So
okay,
they have money. They have money. That one I have to say it. They have money.
okay.
So for in terms of education, they have made it a social. They have adopted a social system
Hold
to
on,
make
hold
it.
on. Please, if you're watching me right now, I just want you to share as many as you can. Every day
Yeah.
we have been talking about US, Canada. Today we are into Germany. We will talk about job. Those people want to move to Germany with
Yes.
jobs.
We will talk
We will
about
talk
job as
about
well.
it. If you
Yeah.
want to come to Germany with school, we are going to talk about it. So somebody is
Yes.
watching me. You're not interested in school, but you are interested of job. We will
Yes.
teach you about how you can able to come to Germany and how to get in
Job
touch
as
with
well.
him as well. Okay, my brother,
Sure.
continue. So you said university in Germany, basically, if you want to study there, it is like a tuition-free country. That's what you're saying.
It's a tuition-free country because they've adopted a social system. So they make sure that no matter how you are, you should be able to go to school. So from kids level up to university, no tuition free. Even
Mm.
for we, the international students. So you just need to apply and then go. However, there's a caveat which I'll come there. Also, they have strong programs in engineering. We've always been hearing about German machine, German machine. Germany, they are very good in the engineering. Most of these are cars. We know that they are all German cars. They are very good with engineering. They also like IT, businesses, social work, and all that. So courses that are in this domain, you can easily enter the job market. And one thing about schooling in Germany is that because it's part of the European Union, you have access to all the other 20 something countries that are part of the EU. So, for example, Peter, if you are studying in Germany and you have a student visa, you can travel to France, Italy, all those countries without any visa. You just need to pick your bag and you're going. You can go
Okay.
on holiday, you can travel to all of them for holidays. And also, when you are about to finish and you are looking for a job, you are not only limited to the German job market.
Okay.
You can also look out for in the French job market, the Spanish job market, all the EU countries because of that European Union thing. So you have access to all those job market as well. So this is something for studying in Germany as well. They also have a lot of diverse student body. There are a lot of Nigerians here. There are a lot of Ghanaians here as well. The word
Mm-hmm.
boga, it actually emanates from Germany. Yeah?
Okay.
The history is actually because the first people settled in Hamburg, and then as a someone who lives in Hamburg, they say you are a boga, and that's how it became a thing in Ghana. So a lot of exchange, you have opportunity to meet a lot of professors and then build yourself. Organizing, there are a lot of organizations as well. So you can link up. You know, GIZ is a big organization in Ghana and it's mainly stationed in Germany. So a lot of exchange as well. So now let's look at the scholarship opportunities that are in Germany. So scholarship, this is mainly scholarship opportunities. So in Germany, they have a single body called the DAAD. That is the German Academic Association or Exchange Association, where most of the scholarships pass through. So under this DAAD scholarship, you have different types of scholarships under this DAAD, and most of them are fully funded. So in terms of your movement, your living allowance, your health insurance, everything will be covered for if you win one of these scholarships. And these scholarships are open every year. So every year they take up people. And like I said, I have made videos on how to apply for these scholarships on my YouTube channel. So if you tag, I'm sure Peter will tag my YouTube channel and all that. And then you'll be able to find all these videos, how to apply for them, how to search for them and everything. Also, the Erasmus scholarship, which is also given by the EU or the European Union, is also a fully funded scholarship, which I was a beneficiary of, and a very good scholarship. And it's also every year. Currently, some of them are still open. They pick up students. There's also this KAAD, which is done by the Catholic Church. They also give scholarships every year. There's also university-based and church-based support. So there are some people in Germany, for example, when you come and join some of the churches, they can be giving you some allowances whilst you are studying. So
Is it that you need to play maybe instrument or?
Oh, no. I know some people, even some Muslims have enjoyed it. You know what I mean? They just go and then show that, oh, I'm a student. And like I said, they have really good PT for students here. So if you're a student, you just need to show your transcript that you are doing well and all that, and they'll be able to help you. However, if you want to fund yourself, if you want to do self-funding, then this is where the caveat is. You should have at least 12,000 euros in your account. So even as much as there is no tuition fee, you don't need to pay anything to the university. If you are admitted in the university and you are coming to Germany, when you go for the visa in Ghana, they will ask you for a blocked account. And the blocked account currently, you need about 12,000 euros inside that blocked account.
So that block account, is it? Can somebody deposit the money in your bank account? For instance, somebody has finished school in Ghana. The person is Nigeria.
Yeah.
The person want to come and study in Germany, and
Yes.
the embassy is saying that you should bring,
Block
the block account.
Yes.
So the block account, can somebody deposit the money in the person bank account, or somebody can sponsor the person, or
Yes.
what if maybe I just created a bank account and somebody deposited the money in my bank? Won't the embassy say that? Why is it that just 2 days you just deposit the money in the bank account? How is that also works here?
So the blocked accounts, the money, I have to say that the embassy doesn't really care where you get the money from. What is important is when the money is deposited, there is 11,000 something, so I just paid it 12,000 euros. If that money is in the account is going to be blocked. That's why it's called blocked account. They will block their account, and then when they give you the visa and you get to Germany, you will now have to go to a bank and unblock that account. And you will not be able to withdraw that money. What that money is there for is your living expenses. So that 12,000 has been calculated for 12 months. So they assume that if you're a student in Germany, for your accommodation, your feeding, your everything, it should be around 900 and something or 800 and something per month. So this is what they've calculated, and they've multiplied it by 12 to arrive at that 11,000 and something. So when someone deposits, or Peter, you have somebody, you want to give them the money, you deposit the money there. However, when the person gets to Germany, they can't withdraw it. The money will be left in the bank, and every month the bank will be sending you, or will be opening only the amount that is only allowed for you to withdraw that month. So you can only have access to the money once every month, until 1 year. Then by if your program is 2 years, they are assuming that by the following year you would have acclimatized in the system, and maybe you have side jobs you are doing, and then you can continue your study.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
So now I am in Ghana. I've gotten admission to study in Germany. Now, the block account, I have it is 12,000 euros. 12,000 euros will be around right now, it will be like 150,000 Ghana cedis. I don't know if I should get it right.
Yeah.
So that is 1.5 billion old currency, or 150,000, Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And it is in the bank account. Now I've arrived in Germany and I want to study.
Yeah.
Is it the embassy going to access the account, or I can decide not to, some people, when they arrive, their parents are there, their siblings are there, they will opt to even pay the school fees on their behalf. Is the embassy or the school responsible for how I should utilize the money, or they have already connected my money to the school where every month they will be deducting, or what is it?
So the university will not. What the blocked account usually is there, is more important during the visa acquisition, the visa process. So the visa office or the German embassy in Ghana, they want to be sure that when you come to Germany, you are not going to be a burden on the society. So they want to see that the money you have in your account, or let's say your parents want to pay for it, they don't care. They don't really worry where the money is coming from. They just want to see that you have evidence of this money that can take care of you for 1 year. That is more important to them. And then when you get here, whether your parents are going to give you double of that money, that one becomes your free will. They just want to be sure that you have that amount of money, so that you don't become a burden to the society. That's just all about the blocked accounts.
Oh, okay. Some people have been asking that, the Germany interviews have been 2 years. Some are saying they are backlogs, and we will come about the visa. Now, right now, we are talking about the school, and then let's see how the scholarship is. So you continue with the scholarship as well. Yeah.
So apart from the blocked accounts, there is a third way of coming to Germany to study, which we call the obligation letter. So the obligation letter is, for example, Peter, you are in Ghana and you have an uncle. Your uncle has been in Germany and is working. He has very good salary or whatever. He can go to the German office or the international office and tell them that, oh, I have my nephew or my niece and I want him to come and study in Ghana. I have good salary. So I want you to give me what we call the sponsorship letter or the obligation letter that I can use to sponsor the person to come and study. And the only thing they need to be sure is that your uncle is doing good, his salary is good, he can take care of himself, and he's able to save enough to take care of one other person. Then they'll give the person the letter. So when they give them the letter, the letter will then be sent to you, Peter, in Ghana, and then you add it to your visa application, and then you go for your visa. So these are the three ways. Either you get a scholarship, and if you get a scholarship, which is the easiest, that one I have to say is the easiest. If you get a scholarship, it's very easy. Second, if you want to fund yourself, you will have to have about that amount that we mentioned in your account to block it and then use it to acquire the visa. When you get here, that amount will be given back to you every month until the end of the year. Or the obligation letter, if you have an uncle or a relative who is ready to sponsor you, you apply for admission, you get your admission, you get everything. The person will send you that letter, and the letter will be used to show that you have somebody who is ready to take care of you whilst you are in Germany. So these are the three main ways to come and study in Germany.
With the scholarship opportunities, is it highly competitive, or how is it? Does the school give scholarship, or always you need to apply through the third party, whether NGOs or Erasmus scholarship?
Yes.
The school itself, can they give scholarship?
Yes, some schools have their own scholarships, and I have some of them explained in my YouTube channel. However, these are the main ones. The main ones in Germany are the DAAD scholarship, the Erasmus, and the CAD. The DAAD is the organization that is responsible for the scholarship. So you apply through them. It's just website, you go read their thing and then apply through them. And then if you apply and you are picked, then your admission and everything will be prepared, and then you travel. Erasmus is also the same thing. You find a course. If you meet all the qualification, you apply, send your documents and everything. If you are chosen, you are there. In terms of competitiveness, I have to say yes, it's competitive. Imagine, Peter, the whole world is applying for scholarships, so it's not easy. But if you stand out, you will get it. I mean, I know people who have gotten it, and it is so. You have to. One thing I have to also say is that sometimes many people don't get a scholarship because they don't follow instructions. They don't follow instructions. They put instructions there for a reason. One of the things I realize is that people will just read through. They don't really, when they say 500-word motivational statement, make sure that it is 500 words. Don't go and write don't go and put stories, and then at the end you are not getting the thing. You don't understand. One of the things I always say is that if you follow instructions alone, you are already halfway through the success. If you just follow instructions, you are. So I've been teaching fellow Ghanaians and all that, and I know what I'm telling you about. Many people don't follow instructions, and that is one of the things that is making people not to get these scholarships. Yeah. Yeah. So let's move to the student visa. So let's say you get your admission, bachelor's, master's. I'll come to PhD later. So you get a bachelor's to come and study in Germany, or a master's program. You have to go and apply for a visa. It's either you get a scholarship, then you can get a visa quite easily. If you want to self-fund yourself, like I explained, you need a blocked account, and then you get your student visa. So if you get a visa and you get to Germany, you start your program, you are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week. Some even do more than that, because currently the skilled labor is very low in Germany. So they even need more people to work. So some people do more than that. One of the good things about German education is that they embed a lot of practical sessions in the program. So if you have a 2-year master's, 6 months can just be for internship. And most of the universities already have companies that they link with. So if you're already in the program, they can link you to a company to go and do your internship. And I know a lot of people who have gotten jobs through that. They just go do internship, and then after the program, the company will say, "Oh, we liked you through the internship. Do you want to work with us?" And then they get their jobs. So that is very important. You have opportunity for internships, practical sessions, attachments. You can also do student jobs and all that. And that is it. About PhD, those who want to do PhD in Germany, unless the PhD is sponsored by a scholarship, most of their PhDs are considered work. So you are not on a student visa if you are doing PhD, you are on a work visa.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you are doing PhD, unless a few of them, but majority are on work visa, because they consider PhD as you are employed as a researcher and paid by the government.
If you're a PhD student.
Yes. So you are employed.
If this opportunity is there, I think that is the one of the powerful way to be a PhD student on work permit, where you can able to even work.
Yeah.
And the government will also be paying you on research and those kind of stuff. That makes sense.
And that payment, I have to say, your pension will be paid, your everything, like the whole, like an employee, everything of yours will be paid. Your pension, your social security, your everything. They'll pay everything. You receive all the benefits as an employee. So that's one thing about PhD in Germany. PhD in Germany, they don't consider it as school. It's mostly considered as work. So when you are given the contract, they employ you as a researcher. And then as you are doing the research, you now register with the university, and then you get a certificate. But you are employed as a researcher, so you are considered a worker in Germany. That's PhD. But for masters and bachelors, and one thing about Germany too is you cannot take bachelor straight to PhD. Like in US and maybe Canada, I don't know if they do it in Canada, but in US, some of them you can just move from bachelor straight to PhD. In Germany, no. You have to do a master's before you go to PhD. So that is something that people really need to know. So if let's say, in my case, I did a master's. After I finished my master's, If when I got my PhD, I needed to go and change my student visa into a work visa. And because I already got it, it was so easy. You don't need to prove any funds, nothing. The only thing you need is your work contract, and that's all.
Okay.
So that is very important. So now let's talk about the post graduation opportunities. In the beginning of the video, I
Hold on,
mentioned
hold
that.
on. Yeah, if you are
Mhm.
watching me, this is Freeman from Germany, a Ghanaian guy. I know he's a married man. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Um, so he's here to teach us more opportunities in Germany and Europe. Some people have been asking us. Peter have been talking about American and Canada. Today we are here with Germany and European opportunities as well. So I just want you to share this live video as many as you can for people to also join and benefit it. This is some people pay for these sections.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people pay huge sum of money for this section. And even the way he's explaining it, some people don't know how to. Sometimes when you book an appointment with people, 15 minutes, the person will cut it. But you can see that it's a detailed analysis of everything. So we'll be talking about school. Now we are starting with the school. We will be going to job. Maybe you want to come to Germany to work. So share this live video and let's go on. My brother, continue.
Yeah. So in terms of job opportunities, for example, you say that okay, after I school, what do I do and all that. In the beginning, I mentioned that Germany is the largest economy in Europe, so there are so many opportunities for people. Currently, the government is lobbying with India so that they can get international people. They need about 400,000 people every year to fill the system. Peter, you can imagine
Mhm.
400,000 people every year. So they are moving to India and all that. So for we the internationals, we can also force and enter inside, let's push ourselves and also enter the system. The only thing is the language. But the good thing is that when you are studying, most of the universities already offer the language programs. Some of them even give it to you for free. So as you are studying in English, you can also be learning their language small, small. And I bet you in 1 year, 2 year, you will be able to speak the language. And they don't want you to speak it perfectly. They just want you to be able to communicate with the people. For example, if you are a nurse, you should be able to communicate with your patients.
Mhm.
So they need someone just to speak with them. So the programs, like I said, of course, majority of them are in English to attract the people. But when you come into the system, you have to be able to adjust to the system, and that is how they call a cultural adjustment. So in order to adjust to the system very well, try and learn the language. And it's not difficult. Look, of course, people say it's difficult, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to do it, you will do it. I mean, if you are doing a master's for 2 years and as you are studying, you are also learning the language, by the time you are done with your master's, you already be at B1. And that's all they want to. They just need you A1, A2, B1. And if you have B1 certificate, you can enter a lot of places. So, like I said, currently they have high demand in engineering, IT, the healthcare businesses. They need people. And like I mentioned, 400 people, 400,000 people are needed in the system every year to fill the system. Why? Because their system is aging. They don't give birth. So they are now old, there are more old people in the system, and the young ones are few. So they need more young people to work and keep the system. So we the internationals, that is also an opportunity for us to also enter the system. And also in the beginning, I said that if you enter in Germany and you study in Germany, you are not only limited in German job market. When you are about to finish, you can already start looking at Netherlands, jobs in Netherlands. You can look for jobs in Portugal. You can all the EU countries. You are open to them because you have an EU certificate. You can move to Denmark, Sweden, all those places because they are all part of the EU. So that is a good opportunity for you. Also, the current this year or last year they opened what we call the job seeker visa. So they've implemented, just to attract people to come and work in Germany, they implemented what we call the job seeker visa, where you apply and then when you qualify and everything, they give you that visa to come and stay in Germany for some time, and then you look for a job. That is also another way to get it, and we will talk about that later. But what I want to mention is, if you come and study in Germany on a student visa, for example, you do a bachelor's or a master's, What do you get after your studies? In some countries, when you finish, they'll say, oh, you have to look for a job before you, or you go back to your country, or some you have to go back to your country, blah, blah, blah. In Germany, when you finish your program, you are given 18 months work permit or 18-month job seeker visa, or we call it job seeker visa or resident permit. You are given 18 months. That's 1 year, 6 months. So let's say you come and do your bachelor's or your master's, you finish. You don't know where to move next. You are really not blah 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 blah. They give you 18 months. They give you 1 year, 6 months to stay in the country and look for a job. So at that time, you know there's no pressure on you, and there's nobody sucking you to go back to your country. Nothing. They give you that resident permit. Stay in the country. You are open to any job that you are interested in. If you apply and you get a job, the job gives you your job contract, and then you just need to go and change that resident permit to your work permit, and then you start working.
Okay.
So for those who like, okay, immediately I finished studying, maybe they are trying to tell me to go back to my country and all that. No, that pressure is not there. They give you 1 year, 6 months. And I mean, Peter, if you are a serious person, or by the grace of God, 1 year, 1 year, 6 months, you should be able to learn something, So that is also the opportunity they are putting there to help people. And like I said, if you are also someone who wants to do education, you finish your master's and you want to move to PhD, there are a lot of PhD opportunities. There are some universities are even begging for students. My my wife's university like this, every day they are sending them opportunities for PhD, and some of them they don't even apply. They can advertise some opportunities for like 6 months, and not even one person will apply. So
once people in Africa can use that opportunity.
Yes, but some people don't know, So it's up to us, and me and you, to echo it out there so that people will take up the opportunities. Me, I always say that, look, there are many ways of traveling abroad, but from my experience, the most convenient way is going through as a student. If you go through as a student, the study period, you use it to adjust to the system, and then you are able to move from there. So that is also, and this year too, they also made it possible that, let's say you come and do chemistry and you finish chemistry and you feel like, no, I want to do nursing, because there are high demand in nursing. They give you the opportunity to move to another sector and go and do training. So the opportunities there, you have to explore and then get it yourself. So like somebody said in the comments, learning the language. They don't speak English, which is one of the downsides. However, for us, we can survive everywhere. So as you are doing your master's and it's in English language, your master's in English, you don't have any problem. You can also be studying the language on the side. And that is what many people do. When they come and they are doing their master's is in English, no problem. But they also study the language, so that at the end of your master's, you also have your language certificate. Even some universities, they give the language programs, the language training for free. You don't pay for it. There are some universities that are for free. So you do it, you get your language certificate, and if you're able to get B1 at the end of the year or 2 years, you enter into the job market, and then the rest is yours. So this is an opportunity for everyone to search out the German market and all that. Also English jobs. Now Germany, like I said, is also becoming more internationalized. So more international organizations are moving in. And now, even without the language, people are getting jobs. I know people who don't even speak even A in German, but they are in German companies, because they employ them in the English sector. So that way you don't need the language. So there are opportunities as well. And other places. So this is for Germany. I had to put in Luxembourg because this is a very important place, which is close to Germany, Peter, which I have to mention, and I will share a screen of information on that.
So this is also opportunities in
Luxembourg.
Okay.
It's so it's just a sharing border with Germany as well. The people are not up to 1 million. However, it's very rich. They have they are the highest, they are the richest country in Europe with the highest GDP per capita, because there are just few people. I think there are around 600,000 people, but there are a lot of financial institutions in that place because of the peace and calmness of that country and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So currently they are in high demand of a lot of workers, and I'll show you what I mean by that. They publish, but for that place you need English. They don't, you don't need their language. They have made it open. You just need English. So I'll show you the website, and in that country, every year the government publishes a list of high demand jobs on their government website. So they'll say, oh, these are the jobs that we are really looking for. So if you have qualification, apply and we'll look at it. Some of the places you just need to upload your CV and your cover letter. And if they find a position that suits your qualification, they will contact you. So this is all that I have for the Germany, and then also a bit about the Luxembourg, but I'll share my screen on the website so that I'll show people about it. So if there's any question, also all the links and all the websites that you need for the jobs and the study abroad and everything, I have them all over my YouTube, also on my social media. You can find them. You can also come and ask me any question you need, and I'll be able to answer some. Yeah.
Let me try to ask some questions here. So
Yes. Yes.
with regards to somebody is saying that language is also a problem.
Yeah.
You said language is also a problem here in Europe.
Mm.
What do you want to say about it?
I mean, one of your videos, Peter, I watched one time was you were encouraging us about adapting to new systems, because the system we have in Ghana is not the same here. So, of course, the language will not be the same. Like I said, the program, of course, most of them will be in English language, and that is fine. But it is up to you to also adapt to their system if you want to live in their system. So if you want to, let's say, move to Germany and then study and then live your life after studies, then you have to make the effort to also learn the language whilst you are studying. For coming in, you can come in with your English language, and that is fine. All of us came with the English language. But as you are studying, you have to also make the conscious effort to also to learn the language so that you can also be able to explore all the markets. Some people also come to Germany, and then when they are done, they move to US and Canada. I mean, it's fine. You have your liberty to move everywhere. But if you also want to explore the German system, I bet you one of the best things to do is to try and learn the language, and you will never regret it. I mean, it's also a plus for you in your CV if you can speak another international language. So that is what I can say about it. Your mic is muted. Eh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
He said, "Happy New Year, sir. May I know the duration for masters?"
Okay.
Gifted
area. So masters is usually 2 years, but you have the ability to extend, I think, up to 5 years. So let's say you finish, you take some courses you didn't finish, you want to extend it, blah blah blah. You can, but masters is typically 2 years in Germany. Bachelor's is 3 to 4 years, depending on your program. Some are 3 years, some are 4 years, but for masters, it's 2 years.
Oh, okay. Is that, can you brief us on exchange program, basically education sector?
Yes. Exchange programs. I don't know what he means by exchange programs, but in the education sector, of course, I think I'll show you this after here, the website. Maybe if I can already share that website with you. Or Peter, can I share my screen on something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick it up. I'll add it.
I need to share my.
Please, if you're watching me, I just want you to share this live video. and then we try to navigate through.
So DAAD. I hope you can see my screen, Peter.
Yeah.
Good. So this is the website, the central website for all studies in Germany. That is the German Academic Exchange Service. And you see that it's in English as well. Now, I want to show you the English programs. When I mentioned that there are even more English programs than German programs. Now, you see that international programs in Germany for 2024-2025. Currently, there are over 2,000 programs. Now, if you come to the filter, you can go to course type. So let's say they have bachelor's, master's, PhD, and all that, language courses and all that. Let's take the master's for example, and then we go to course language. You see the language here. Click on the language. What do you see, Peter?
English,
You see English has how many?
1,417.
German has how many?
44.
So there are more English courses than what? The German courses for masters. Now let's go to bachelors. Let's filter only bachelors. English is what?
231.
German only is what?
14.
Good. So this is just to prove that there are more English language courses now. Now, if you go to the study area, there are Greek, engineering, language, everything is there. Now, let's say we pick masters, then we just search. There are several programs. So master's degree in actuarial and financial mathematics, and this is one of the universities. Peter, what do you see here? Tuition. What do you see about tuition?
None.
What do you see here in the next program about tuition?
None.
What about here?
None.
So do you see any tuition anywhere?
No.
They are all none. But here they call it what? Varied.
Varied.
So it depends on your program. So maybe sometimes this varied may be because you need some equipment. So if you look at like advanced quantum physics, maybe you need some equipment and all that. Those ones you have to also help yourself. But at the end, you will not be paying anything like that. You can also go and filter here. So if you look here, there are no fees. Currently, no fees. There are what? 977 programs with no fees. Up to just 500 euros per semester is 992. And then those that are higher, I mean, if you are going to do medicine and all that, those ones, of course, you pay something. But most of the programs, like 900 of them, you don't need any tuition. So you can filter.
Can somebody work and pay school fees and survive in Germany based on your experience in Germany? Can somebody work? Somebody is coming to Germany. Can the person work and stay in Germany?
Because of the restrictions for only 20 hours per week, personally, I wouldn't advise that. However, people are doing it. And also because of the blocked account, for example, if you are coming to sponsor yourself, because of the blocked account, every month they'll give you out of that blocked account, you'll be giving like maybe 800 or 900. That can take care of everything you need.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is rent expensive in Germany? Approximately, as a young guy coming, like Peter is coming there, what would be the range of my rent and maybe the food itself?
Yeah. So one thing is that food, you don't even need to think about. Food is very cheap. As a student, I don't think I was spending more than 200 euros a whole month for food. So food is down to earth here. Even some even spend like 130 euros the whole month for food because groceries are very cheap here. That's one thing about Germany. Yes. Rent as a student, and as an international student, you qualify for student accommodation, and most of them are subsidized. So you can get when I came, in 2020, my student accommodation was 284 euros per month. and
284
84
euros
euros
per.
per
So
month.
right now somebody is coming to approximately, you said to 2020. Right now 2014, those international students coming. What
Yes.
will be their range of their room, the price?
So your range, I think it should be 300, 300 and 400. So between 300 and 400.
You
And that
you
will
can
cover
get
everything.
a good room like.
You get a very good room. My room was, so in students apartment, usually we have what we call VG, Wohnungsgemeinschaft. It's like, let's say, six people will share an apartment or a floor. You all have your private rooms. You all have everything to yourself. The only thing you share is maybe the kitchen or the bathroom. Some too want to opt for day alone. They don't want to share anything. And even that one, you will not, I don't think you pay up to 400, depending on your city. Some cities are quite expensive. For example, if you are living in Berlin, Berlin is the capital. It's just like Accra. It's expensive. So you pay for that one, you can pay up to 400, 450. But because you are a student and sometimes an international student, you have advantage of the student accommodation. Sometimes they will subsidize it for you and you can pay around three something or 400. So that's why I said that as an international student coming to Germany right now, your accommodation budget should be around 300 and 400.
Mm. Oh, okay. Can somebody come to Germany with his wife? Somebody's also watching me. He has a family, a children, they have children, his wife, and he's coming to do masters.
Yeah. Yes.
Can the person
So
come?
mhm.
Can the person come with his family? Somebody is watching me. He's a teacher, he's a nurse, he want to move to Germany with his family. How
Yes.
possible is it?
So one, for the DAD scholarship, the one that is a scholarship, which I have explained in my videos, they always make provisions for dependents. So, for example, if you are coming, you are married, they have opportunity for you to bring your wife with you, and even your wife will receive some money every month whilst living with you. That is one thing. If you are going to sponsor yourself, then that will be a bit more difficult because the blocked account you need is 12,000. So let's say you have a dependent, then maybe you will have to double the amount to 24,000.
Yeah.
You get it? Because, like I said, they don't want you to come to the country and depend on the system or
Okay.
just be around and then not have anything to eat or anything. So, but for the scholarship, that one, I'm sure that the DAR scholarships, they make provisions for what's the name? They make provisions for dependents, and even your dependent will be receiving some amount of money at the end of the month.
Wow. It just
Yeah.
say I have admission for development studies. Please, can you help me with the block account? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so the blocked accounts, let me state it clearly that I cannot help you with the money. So that one, I have to say it clearly that I don't have that money. So you will have, if you have admission, you will have to get the money. One way to do the blocked account, let's say you have the money, is to use Fintiba. It's a company. Someone has put it in the comment. It's a popular company in Germany here that helps with blocked accounts. So they will collect the money, put it in, do all the process for you, and only give you the documents that you use to apply for the visa. And then after you arrive, they will still go and this thing and block it for you and do everything. It's not tedious,
That
like the guy
that
said.
that that is why I like some of my people watching me.
Yeah.
So you see that somebody is contributing. Prince Taza,
Yeah.
he said you
Yeah.
can use the
Fintiba.
Fintiba
Mm,
or the Espatro
yeah. For
for
your
the block
block.
account. The process is not so tedious.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that I like for some people who follow us. Some of the
Yeah.
people, they try to share their comment with us. They try to share their knowledge. They are not saying that, oh, Peter Burwell knows everything. They
No.
contribute so that we all come together because I don't know anything about this, right? So let's go on to this
Yeah.
one. Is it possible to switch your school from private paying school to public non-payment school? For instance, somebody is coming with a private school in Germany and the person arrived in Germany and he want to switch. Do you have
Mm.
anything over there to say?
Um, First of all, private schools in Germany are very expensive. So all the universities you saw in the DAD website that I showed you, they are all public schools, and most of their universities are public schools because the government is paying for everything. But if you want to come and study in a private school, then you have to really, really have money. But when you get into the system, when you get to Germany and you start your program and you feel like you don't like it, you want to switch to a government school, yes, it's possible. You need to apply for admission and show that you have the money to sponsor yourself, and you'll be able to get it. So that is it. But you have to be aware that private schools are expensive in Germany. Those are really reserved for the high class people.
Oh, okay. Somebody saying a happy new year, sir. I am a warder, but I offered mechanical engineering at university, having HND. Can you please help me get job in Europe or Germany? I've been trying, but it has not been working for me. I don't think that he can help. I don't know if you have something to say about it. Yeah.
So I will only show you this website with this handiwork. I'll show you this website, Peter. I'll show him a website that that is the Luxembourg one that I was talking about. And then we'll just go through within 5 minutes. Then that question will be answered. So let me share the screen on that, and then that question should be answered. No, I mean the Windows one, the other one. Good. So, is the screen okay?
Yeah.
Good. So, if you go to the person looking for work, if you go to work in Luxembourg, which is also close to Germany, this is an official website by the government. You see that the European Union sign is here. And like they say, they are trying to attract talents worldwide. So how do you know which jobs you can apply for? If you click on the eligible professions, if we click on that, they have decided to put together all the professions that they are really in need of. And this is the occupations for 2024. They've not updated it yet. We are still in January. So if you go down here, these are list of occupations in very high demand. So like you can see, they have credit and risk analysis. They have the banking jobs. They have roofing installation and restoration. So the welder can come in that sense. Management and engineering. They have management and production engineering. They have patient, general nursing,
So they are
psychology.
looking for nurses.
They are looking for nurses as well. They are looking for social workers. They are looking for early
Psychology,
childhood,
financial
psychology.
analysis. Wow.
Everything you see here, everything is there. Financial analysis, accounting, bookkeeping, management, IT research and development, information systems, human resource development. All these people are needed. Legal defense and advice, early childhood education.
That is for
All these
teachers.
yes, these are for teachers. So they are looking for all and they've listed everything there. So these are the ones they are in need of. So if you have any of these qualifications, you have experience wherever you are, and like they already mentioned here, it is talent worldwide. How do you apply? You just need to come. You say they wrote it here. He said if you meet the requirements, create your profile and upload your CV. So how do you do? You start by here, put your email address and everything, and then create your profile and then upload your CV. If you also want to go and apply for individual jobs, Peter, you can just click here, you leave it blank and search. Now, if you search, you see that currently there are 1,069 opportunities open. And you can see that they are in English language. And this is Luxembourg, but the jobs are in English language. What do? You can filter by sector if you want to go to healthcare.
So that is, I can see construction, financing, engineering,
Everything is
home
so
resource.
construction. Good. So if you filter to wherever you want, the contract type, full-time, permanent contract, whatever, contract nature, your education level. If you don't have any diploma, you put it. If you have only secondary school,
Even if you don't have certificates,
they put it. You see it is there. No diploma, secondary school, professional, bachelor's, masters, whatever you are, just filter it. But if and be mindful, they are updating the page. So if you, let's say you click no diploma and there's no results, it doesn't mean that is all. You have to continue checking the page because they might upload it. If you want secondary school, see that they are looking for the secondary school.
That is those people who are able to attend secondary school, only secondary school.
Yes, and they get maybe they are WAEC. They are looking for consultant, lead, Microsoft, what. Some of them, I have to tell you that they will train you in the job. if you have the competence, let's say you have been, let's say those in the construction, and you have been doing construction in Ghana for like 20 years, and you come here and you don't understand certain things, they will train you and then let you come in. So if you go to the healthcare like this, you see that educator, some of them are in French, which that means that they want people who can speak French, but the English ones too are also there. So if you go in, you can see a lot of them as well. Construction, like you said, you check, they update all this as well. So that is for you to go through. You have to go through. And like they mentioned, if you are interested, you just need to what? Create a profile. You go here, log in, create your profile, and upload your CV. And if you meet any of them, they will contact you and say that okay. And the next thing after they contact you is to help you acquire your work permit, and then you move to the country. This is information that usually you have to pay for, you know. So it is there, and all these websites, these links and everything, I've made videos of them in my YouTube channel. Even this Luxembourg one, I've made a step-by-step video on how to do the application and everything on my YouTube channel. So check it out, and then we can look at the other questions as well. Yeah.
Okay. Also, can I please come and read bachelor's again if I already have bachelor's?
Yes, if you have the money, why not? If you also get a scholarship, why not? You can come.
Okay. Okay, we have answered this question. Please,
Yes.
can you ask him for me if he can assist? Okay, this one we are talking about. Also, please talk about vocational courses. Do they have vocational courses?
Yes, I mean when we looked at the DAD, I'm coming. I can look at that as well. So yeah, they have some vocational courses as well. Yeah, so for the DAAD, you have to search for it. So there are some short courses as well, language courses, preparatory courses, but the vocational courses you have to go and look for it yourself because some of them are not easy to get. However, in terms of vocational things in Germany, they have their own system. So you see, Peter, you see that in Ghana we used to have what we call polytechnic, and then we have the university.
Yeah.
So the polytechnic is like in Germany, they have it. They have what we call Hochschule, which is not exactly university. So for them, the university is more theory, then the more like the polytechnic is the practical part. So
Okay.
most of the vocational people go to the practical part. They also have a program called Ausbildung, which is like traineeship. Usually it's 3 years. So if you want to be a nurse, you want to do cleaning, like any type of job, carpentry, whatever, you have to go through that system. But for that one, you need a language. So that one I have to let you know. You need a language. If you have B1 language, even if you are able to take the language from Ghana and you have your B1 certificate, you can apply for Ausbildung from Ghana. And if you
With the
get
jobs and everything that you are talking about, do they have age limit? Somebody's asking age limit.
it depends on the job. Most of the jobs they will tell you if there's age limit, there is. But for the jobs that I showed, most of them don't have any age limit. Most of them you just need to apply, and that is it. So
can somebody come over Germany with HND in electrical engineering for studies?
yes, higher diploma, you can use it to come and do either a bachelor's. Some will also accept it for you to do a master's. So it depends on the university. So you have to check the requirements of the university, and then either you are coming to do a bachelor's in electrical engineering or a master's, and then you can do it.
Can you please change your program, for instance, changing it from accounting to IT course?
Yes. So for example, if you already have accounting and you want to apply for an IT course, you can apply. If you get an admission, that's it. You know, but if let's say you are already in the country too, you are doing accounting and you want to switch, you can also switch. That's fine.
Kwame said, ask him why is it that the embassy in Ghana is not issuing appointment date? Because I have been waiting for the past 4 months.
This is a big issue. So in our time, what they did was that they segregated the appointment. So scholarships and PhD people had their session, and that one immediately, even if you are sleeping, you just wake up, you can go and get appointment. It was easy to get. But the self-funded people are usually the majority. And for that one, there are so many people, and also because of the COVID and all that, there were a lot of backlog. So yeah, they have also changed their system in a way to make you put you in the waiting list. So it's all part of the regulation. I mean, you just have to be patient. I don't have an answer for that one, but just have to be patient, and then let's pray that you get it as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for this transformative mentorship program. I want to know if the job in Luxembourg, when offered, would sponsor your traveling process to get there.
What I know is they will help you get your work visa or work permit. But traveling, buying your flight ticket there, I'm not sure they will pay it for you. But maybe you
Somebody
might
is
get
saying
it.
that, what is your YouTube channel?
So my YouTube channel is Easy Abroad with Freeman. I'm typing it in the comment section. So easy. Oh, sorry. Um, um, I'm trying to type it here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so it's easy abroad with Freeman. That's it. And then you can find me. Even I think I just connected my YouTube. So if you click on my profile, I'm sure it will take you to my YouTube channel. But yeah, so easy abroad with Freeman. You'll find me.
Somebody is saying that, say, can somebody come with visitor visas to study and also switch to work permit in work
Oh,
visa in Germany?
if you come with visitor visa, it's not possible to study with it. You have to study. You have to get a student visa. So that one is straightforward. It's difficult. Yeah.
Are there UK schools that accept that scholarships? I think that is for Germany, right?
That is for Germany. So UK. I also have videos on UK scholarships as well. So check the YouTube. Easy.
He said, Prince
Easy
Kwaku
abroad.
said, Peter, please ask whether he can help with a formal obligatory letter with a fee. I don't think that one day he can do it. I'm sorry.
No, unfortunately, I cannot.
Please, should your CV format be European standard before you can apply for Luxembourg? Kwaku, yes.
Yes, it has to be. It has to be. They will
Is
even
that
tell you, they will even
okay?
give you a sample. When you click on the link to apply, they will show you the sample of the CV that you have to make your CV into. So
Is that scholarship partial or full?
that scholarships, most of them are partial, unless the university-based ones that sometimes are full. But the DART scholarship, the ones that are the main ones, they are full. Everything is paid for, even your flight.
Even your flight?
Yes.
Is there age limit? No, we said there's no age limit. You can apply
Yeah,
in
but
as much as you have
yes,
the
apply for the scholarship. Some of them have age limit of
age limit.
35. Yes, some of them have age limit of 35. So always check the instructions. In the beginning, I said instructions are more important than even applying. So
Yeah.
please check the instructions.
Please, that scholarship requires work experience.
Some of them will require. So, like I think the Humboldt Schmidt's one require that you have worked in Ghana for at least 2 years, but some of them do not require. So you have to check which one requires and which one doesn't.
You can use the Europass to build or create your CV. Okay,
Yes, it's
fine.
very easy to do.
I think this guy knows much about it.
Yes.
I've learned people are helping with formal obligatory letter with a fee. You have heard Kwaku. That one day we cannot talk it here. I'm sorry, Kwaku.
Someone
Okay,
is
so
asking for the YouTube link. I said it's easy abroad. I'll put it in the chat. Easy abroad
this is the
with
YouTube. It is there.
exactly.
So
Good. So
so
that
if
is
you want to, if somebody want to get in touch with you, how is he going to get in touch with you?
yes. So um YouTube, you can get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me on Facebook as well. So my Facebook name is Freeman Lami. It's just Freeman. Then Lami is Lami. Freeman Lami. I'm sure you also tag me in one of your posts after this so that they can
Yeah,
get it from there.
my
So
laptop is. I'll do that.
yeah, so Freeman Lami, you can find me on Facebook. I'm also on TikTok because I put some of the short videos on TikTok as well. But on YouTube as well, you can send me, you can comment any question. My email is on YouTube as well. You can send me an email if you have any question.
Peter, please ask him if certificates in agriculture from agriculture college do qualify a school in Germany with a scholarship.
Yes, yes, you can agriculture college. If you have a college certificate, you can apply. You can apply with it, especially if you have experience. If you have experience from your agriculture work, you can easily get it.
Okay, my brother, your last word. Let me make you the only one, and then you talk to your people.
Yes. So thank you very much for everyone who joined today. I'm really happy to also be able to share my experience and little knowledge that I have to help others. The goal is to help people. So I wish we could stay for long, but this is how far we can. If you need anything, my YouTube channel again is type Easy Abroad with Freeman on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube, Easy Abroad with Freeman. If you want to also connect with me on Facebook, I'm Freeman Lami. Freeman Lami, that's the name displayed on the screen. You can find me on the Facebook. DM me with any question you have, and I'll be glad to answer based on scholarships in Germany and Europe as well. I make videos weekly on my YouTube channel with scholarships all around the world. So check all the videos. Some of them I have few people who have already gotten the scholarships. So you have to do it. If you have any question, like I said, with me on Facebook, Freeman Lami, with the name on your screen, or go on YouTube, search for Easy Abroad with Freeman. Easy Abroad with Freeman, and you'll find me. And please subscribe to my channel, like, share, so that I can keep giving you all the information that I have. So, studying in Germany, I wish you all the best. I want you all to come to Germany and join so that we can all benefit from the best opportunities that exist in Germany. So, thank you very much. And thank you, Peter, as well. I've been following you. Finally, I've caught you. And you are doing a great job. God bless you, huh? God
Thank
bless you,
you.
raise you more than this. So that as you give to others, so shall you give more. So shall we be giving more and more and more. Thank you for the opportunity. And let's continue to talk. I will also want to host you on my channel so that you can also talk about the Canada scholarships, because I don't really know about the Canada ones a lot, so that my followers can also benefit from the Canada one. So let's try and then get another appointment and then talk about the Canada and US one as well. Let's keep in touch, and thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much. I appreciate you as well. God bless
Yes.
you. I wish you all the best.
Yeah. All right.